Psst. Hey, you up? It's time for some coffee. Hot, bold, and full of flavor. Tanya McKenzie and Gia Sneed are my morning coffee.
What's up, everyone? We are here today at the Reproductive Justice Conference. We had a guest a couple days ago, remember that? And we told you we were going to be here. The guest was awesome. And now we have some of the other important individuals from the organization. So give us a second. Come on in, girl. Let's have a seat. Let the people know what's going on.
What is going on? And what you do. Wait a minute, let me get this seat situated. You know, when you got a little something, you gotta make sure the seat is ready to handle.
All right, so let the people know your name and how you are involved in Black Women for Wellness.
So my name is Audra Jones, and I have been a volunteer and board champion with Black Women for Wellness. But I've been a volunteer for about 26, 27 years, basically right after the inception of the organization.
Oh, wow.
And so I started out helping with the Shangazi program, which Shangazi means auntie, and that was a program that was designed to support young women, and they would have auntie mentors. And so you would go through with them through the journey of their pregnancy. So that was even before we were hearing about doing so. So, and then after that, I started a support group for teen moms because I'm a former teen mom. But Jan and I, the executive director of BWW, met when we were both working at Black Infant Health and Healthy Mothers and Babies and Great Beginnings for Black Babies in Inglewood at Daniel Freeman Hospital.
Okay.
And so I've been involved in this work. I currently work with the Department of Public Health. I'm the visionary for the African American Infant and Maternal Mortality Community Action Team model, one of the leads and founding leads for the initiative of the AIM Prevention Initiative for LA County, but mostly focused on the community action teams. And
Tell us how, speaking to the mic, tell us how this event has changed over the years. Because it's the 24th, so I'm sure it's a lot different than the first.
Yes.
But talk about that growth and then why you are still volunteering.
How it's changed over the years. We started out very, I wouldn't say not particularly very small, but grassroots, very unique and like you're almost like in a living room type style conference room where you could really have some personal, transparent conversations about women's reproductive health issues, injustice, inequity, and what we needed to do to change our trajectory, to change our community, to advocate for young women and girls of color and women overall in our community and Black families, really. And so how it's changed is it's really expanded, really, especially with the sponsorship from a number of foundations and organizations, even Black organizations now being able to really help with sponsorship of the conference, but bringing more people and bringing all of our issues really to light, bringing folks from across the nation. We got folks here from, I would say, Louisiana. We got a doctor here from Johns Hopkins. Really, especially to the policy advocacy portion. So why I say, but I'll be honest, a lot of times when you work in certain fields, you don't get to do what you really want to do, are passionate about. It may not either could be blackballed, could be overlooked, but it still allowed me the opportunity to really grow and learn more about how to advocate, not just for myself, but for others, which I've always wanted to do and been very passionate about. It also helped me especially get over the loss of my mother, who died from breast cancer when I was 25 and she was 50. And it was very quick and very devastating for my family, especially me and my two younger brothers. And so, and my daughter, who was 10 at the time. So it was really trying to see what I could do to make sure that didn't happen to others.
So I want to ask you like maybe two or three things. First, I want to ask you about you've been in the part of this organization since it started. So I want you to talk to the people, tell us about how the growth from infancy to where it is now. What's that been like? But also too, you said something about you were there when it started off in the living room. And most great organizations start off like that, in a living room, somewhere small, with a small group of people, small group of warriors, workers, and it grows into something big. So talk about that, and also let the people know how can they help the organization.
So I would say, when I say living room, it was really like having these really personal sessions. I remember like when we first had one of the first meetings, how you open up Black folks, we open up a libation, we pour out to the ancestors. And I remember my daughter being there, and she was probably like 10 or 11 at the time. They asked to call out the ancestor, what she remembered of my mother. It was like the scripture, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So that really encouraged me and motivated me to like really, I need to stay in this. And so it went from where Black Women for Wellness is housed. Now they have one little office. Now went back to where they started in that same office setting, but now to expand upstairs, now to expand to have several different programs, such as Emotion, Get Smart for you, Get Sexy for the youth, having programs around breast cancer awareness, environmental justice. So it's really seeing the expansion of the program. Civic engagement is at an all-time high. Okay. And they reached, I want to say, it was tens of thousands. They didn't have the numbers on how they went out and advocated to get people to get out and vote and such. And so just seeing all there, to go from also having just the 501c3 to the 501c4, the Black Women Action Project, they can really get in depth to policy and advocacy and having seen them write several, co-author, write several bills that have been beneficial to our community, but also beneficial across the state. So like SB 65, when they wrote that and got that passed by the governor along with some other organizations.
Tell the people a little bit about SB 65, because we all
yes,
we throw out these little acronyms and stuff.
Right.
And the people don't, they be like, what is that? And they try to Google it, what is that? So tell the people what that is.
That's the California Omnibus bill. So that's really important because it looked at doula expansion.
Okay.
So to have now any woman who has Medi-Cal can be provided with a doula, and Medi-Cal covers that. So a doula is a birth advocate.
That's a big deal.
So it's a huge big deal. And there's
deal.
other pieces of that also, like guaranteed basic income is involved in that. Where look, New York is doing it where every woman who their first pregnancy, I believe, gets 3 years of like $1,000 more a month for 3 years. So we're going to do a similar program they've been doing them various guaranteed basic income programs, but they'll be one centered around the most marginalized pregnant and parenting folks. The other, and I should say women, because I always want to make sure you say women, because none of us were asked if we wanted to not be called women. Those of us who desire to still be, nobody asked. So keep it on the books. Now, if you want to be called something else, that's great. But some of us still like to be called women. I don't know about
mothers,
you.
and mothers,
and not people, and not persons,
and aunties, not birthing vessels.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Hey, it ain't no shade, but inclusivity does not mean exclusivity, right? Okay.
Preach that. We're gonna have church up here today, y'all.
Church.
So okay. I meant it.
We're cutting up.
Because
we told y'all it's gonna be bold.
You can't cancel everybody because you got all your opinions, and we can't have no truth about how we feel. And I don't even want to go into all the aspects
it's
of womanhood
so much right now.
We're gonna but not here. We're gonna do another. We're gonna bring you back on the podcast, and we're gonna talk about that. I see that you got some stuff that we need to talk about. We're gonna talk about it because no topic is for us.
But this is a hot topic.
It's a hot topic, and it's fair for us to.
And now they're starting to have the topics in school, and we can't even get it right out of school.
Listen, we're gonna talk about it because we gotta protect each other. And you can't be toxic while telling us about our things.
Right.
But we'll talk about that.
Yeah, and y'all stay tuned for that podcast. That podcast is going to be really hot, bold, and full of a whole lot of flavor. Going to be that podcast.
So I'm gonna wrap up real quick because I gotta go start this panel. But the growth and just having this, like we got a professor here from Southern University, that law professor that is really, and you're gonna get to talk to her. But getting all of these people to really get involved in see the importance of us being able to decide, us being able to be aware, and just really protecting. Like now they have a maternal infant health program, and that's really near and dear to me. To be able to protect our sisters who want to birth how they want to, right? Be protected. Know that they can go to a birthing center. Know that it's not it's not always safe in the hospital. We just saw what happened in Georgia. That's a whole situation and topic. So I got one of my research folks, one of my young folks that said, hey, I just looked it up and saw it happen in 3 different places and we don't know about that. So these things and these protective spaces for, and then this time bringing Black men really and getting them involved in work is just crucial to all that we do because they have reproductive health issues.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
So it's as always, y'all need to see her outfit. Look, my girl, she always cute though. Always cute. But she got this little top. I'm like, look, I want one now. I gotta be a member of the group, an organization to get the little outfit.
Wait, you didn't answer that question.
So
okay. How can people get involved?
Okay,
Yes.
this is how you get involved. Become a member of Black Women for Wellness. It's an annual fee of $65 a year. There are lots of free, informative events. You will not be displeased with
How
that.
they pay, girl? Tell them how to pay. Tell them
Go
how
to
to pay.
www.bwwla.org. And listen, I got to give my own stuff a little mic drop.
Shout out.
Okay.
Yes.
Black Infants and Families Los Angeles. www.blackinfantsandfamilies.org. So it's blackinfantsandfamilies.org. Check us out in the work that we're doing in LA County to save, promote, support celebratory Black birthing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
My queens.
We love you.
Oh, that was your morning coffee, baby.
With a whole lot of flavor.
She about to get in trouble.
We'll be back to another guest though.
We'll be right back.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
How did y'all like that? Oh my goodness. And we got and another one. And another one.
Claudia coming up, y'all, from Planned Parenthood. So look, she's gonna talk about some stuff. So y'all look, stay tuned, stay on. We got a lot of people coming, talking to y'all, letting y'all know what's happening down here.
Miss Claudia, let the people know your name and how you are involved with Black Women for Wellness.
Well, my name is Claudia Powell. I work for Planned Parenthood Los Angeles, and I've been involved with Black Women for Wellness for the last 15 years.
Okay.
We have a special partnership. We know that the work that they do is incredible, amazing for our communities. This conference is a space where we can be ourselves, where we can do a self-care, and we encourage everyone to come and join Black Women for Wellness.
Okay, here's my question.
Right.
It says Black Women for Wellness. You're not Black, but you are here.
Right.
Talk to the people about why they need to be involved, why this is important.
You know, our communities of color have the same issues in terms of access, in terms of resources. So being involved in organizations that work for women of color, like Black Women for Wellness, that really represent not only Black women, but any woman that is a woman and is a woman of color.
I love that. I appreciate
So you
that.
don't have to just be Black to be a part of this organization, but this organization touches and helps women of all colors.
Definitely.
Because the issues permeate throughout all of our communities. It is very important. What is the highlight for you of today? What is today's highlight?
I think the self-care piece is so important. Not too many conferences have a self-care piece. And you know, when I come to this conference, really I start looking at myself and how can I do more of self-care. That in many cases we're so busy with everything that is happening and we forgot about ourselves. So the self-care piece in the conference for Black Women for Wellness really changed the day for us. And not only the day, but give us energy to continue the work that we do in Planned Parenthood, but also in our communities.
I love
Yeah,
that.
self-help is really important. We, like you said, we do lose sight of self, because we are nurturers by nature, women, and we're busy taking care of everybody else, and we forget about self. And a lot of conferences, they don't incorporate self-care. So that's good that this conference is incorporating self-care. Before I came here, I was talking to a friend of mine. She's getting ready to send her daughter off to school. I just texted her and told her, I said, exhale, take stop and exhale for me, because you've been doing a lot with, with your girls and everything and with your family, but take some time for you, and stuff, because if we're not healthy, we can't continue to do what we do for us and for others.
How did you wind up getting involved with Black women?
I started working in Planned Parenthood about 19 years ago, and 15 years ago, I got the opportunity to start doing community engagement, community coalitions, and that's how we got involved with Black Women for Wellness. Uh, the collaboration has been incredible with Black Women for Wellness, because they are really the leading organization in the community for the African American families, and reproductive justice framework really is incredible, because give us the opportunity to decide what is good for us as a woman. And I think that's so important. Not too many organizations have that framework, right? Many organizations need to continue working and developing reproductive justice in their framework and ongoing, because that really alleviates all the issues that are out there.
Yeah. Can you talk about you use the word collaboration? That's a buzzword. That's a big word that's out there now. Can you talk about how important collaboration has been with your organization and Black Women for Wellness?
Yes, definitely. The collaboration is been so important, because, as I say, Black Women for Wellness is the lead organization in the African American community. We just developed a few years ago a Black Health Initiative, and that initiative really gave us the opportunity to expand, right? And the collaboration with Black Women for Wellness gave us that opportunity to learn from Black Women for Wellness what are the needs of the community for us to exceed in making good decisions in terms of programming for the Black Health Initiative.
Talk to me about this. Talk to the people about this. There seems to be an all-out attack on Planned Parenthood and other organizations as such. I think many people just believe that it's all about abortion, but we know different.
Yeah.
So talk to the people about why Planned Parenthood and organizations like this is so important beyond what they think in regards to abortion.
Well, Planned Parenthood Los Angeles has been around for many years, and in the last years, we've seen an attack on women. Not only women, white women, but women of color, because we know the devastation of overturning Roe versus Wade really harm women of color, because they are the ones who have less resources. We are a nonprofit organization. We have health centers. But on the other side, we want to make sure that we educate and empower communities for them to make informative decisions, for them to have accurate information about reproductive health and sexual health. That's why we are essential in the community, because in many cases, Planned Parenthood is the only place that any woman, including women of color, have a place to go in terms of reproductive health. Not necessarily abortion only, but also reproductive health issues like cancer screening, like STI, like family planning.
So you guys are also educating people. It's not just about, like you said, Planned Parenthood for years been known for, about abortion, but there's so much other things that you guys do. And one piece is really you're educating young, and especially young women, about the different things that happens to them in their bodies and stuff as we mature.
Definitely. And I think empowering communities for them to make their own decisions is so important. Open the lines of communication between adults and youth is so important, because as a parents, we are the primary educators across the board. So we want to make sure that parents and youth open those lines of communication to have conversations about reproductive health, and then build strong families in terms of having the resources that they need.
You know, when you talk about collaboration, I don't think people understand how powerful it can be when you are looking at funding and how combined you can make a bigger impact. When you're talking about manpower, when combined you can have a bigger reach. When you're talking about education, when combined you have a better penetration into these communities. What other organizations does Planned Parenthood partner with?
We partner with California Latinos for Reproductive Justice. We sit in tables like the Black Health Initiative. We sit on collaborations with maternal health and health prevention. We know that Planned Parenthood know that it's important to have these collaborations across the board, because women is not only reproductive health. Women have many issues. When we think about women, we have to think about childcare. When we think about women, we have to think about elderly care. Because as a woman, we are the ones who taking care of across the board.
Yes, so true.
Now, there are times though when men are left to do these things. What other kind of resources do we bring to men that find themselves in traditionally female roles?
Well, definitely, we've seen so many men that are taking the
Primary
caregiver for the family, and those resources that we have in Planned are also available for men, for everyone who's taking care of their youth. Are resources for them to open the lines of communication, to have conversations that are difficult. We don't grow up in this setting of open and conversations about sexuality, but they are so important. If we want to empower our youth, we want to make sure that they have all the accurate information that they need, so they are prepared for what is coming.
Yes. I love that. Well, listen, let the people know how they can get in touch with you. If there are people that watch this that also want to get more information about participating with Planned Parenthood or resources for their communities, let us know.
So Planned Parenthood Los Angeles have a website, plannedparenthood.losangeles.org, www.plannedparenthoodlosangeles.org. You also can, if you need us services in terms of reproductive health services, we have 24 health centers throughout Los Angeles County. The phone number to call is 1-800-576-5544. Give us a call. We are part of the community. We are so grateful to be part of, in collaboration with Black Women for Wellness. Really, this organization have changed the lives of many people, and Planned Parenthood support the work that they do throughout California.
Oh my God, we are so much better for meeting you.
Yes, yes.
I just love
having you.
Yes.
And what we want you to do is also, when you get a chance, jot down all the information, and we're going to put it on our website, so we can let people know. We can give them the phone numbers and the web address. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. Very good.
Enjoy the rest of the conference.
Yes. Enjoy the rest of the conference. So we'll definitely be in touch.
Yeah, we will.
All right. If you could grab Jan for us, that would be great.
Yeah, I will.
All right.
She's right there.
All right, guys. So you got to meet the executive director a couple days ago. We will be bringing her back, but I think it's important to take a moment and reflect on how impactful having the conversations about reproductive health and reproductive justice really are. I don't think people give it enough thought, enough credence, like feeling like it's little, what is that?
Yeah.
This is a place you showed it. Come on, have a seat.
But
We
we're gonna
bringing
give
in
it to y'all.
Jan
We're gonna give it
again.
to y'all today. We
Yes.
want y'all to get involved. And we want y'all to be informed because you know that's what we're about, informing you guys.
Go and have a seat, Miss
empowering
Jan.
you. So and here's Miss Jan. She's
hot
back again with her
seat.
cute dress on, y'all. I'm telling you, these dresses, these outfits they got on today. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling all
They
of
are doing it.
Yes,
So
yes,
tell
yes,
us
yes.
how the event is going so far. We've gotten some incredible feedback. The morning seems to be going really well. You got people pumped up, fired up. They getting their good information, excited for the next session. They excited for the speakers. Like, what has been your take so far? Are you working? Or are you enjoying this? Like you people? Girl, you gotta take a moment, y'all.
Did you do some self-care today? The self-care this morning?
Well, I did do some
Okay,
self-care this morning.
okay.
Talk to us about your morning.
You know what I did this morning? I went to the flower market. So you
Okay.
see all the flowers on all the
Oh, you
Okay.
did that.
Okay, you did that. Okay.
So, and I was like, oh, I forgot I like just zen or just
Aw.
walking through the
Okay.
flower market. It was wonderful because I got there like very early. And it was a parking space, like right there. I was like, oh, you
it was
know,
waiting
LA,
for you.
that's
It
a
was
big
early.
old
Yeah,
it was
you
waiting
early
for
down
you.
there. You got a parking
Big
space
day.
down there. Yeah,
Mhm.
It was waiting for
And
you.
so I got a chance to like walk through and look at flowers and get some flowers and bring them here and just play with the flowers for a little bit.
Got to smell the roses. Huh?
Mhm. So that was a real of my zen.
Okay.
Okay, okay.
One of my highlights for today was the spoken word.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. She
Nailed it.
She nailed it.
she's so nice.
She lit a fire under everybody.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. She was like, oh, we talked about defining reproductive justice and what
Okay.
the difference is between reproductive rights, reproductive health, and reproductive justice is.
Mhm.
And I said, it's reproductive justice is owning your body, being able to make decisions and being able to implement the decisions that you make about your body, right? So it's one thing to say, oh, you have a right to health care, but then Centinela Hospital closes.
Right,
Or
right.
they treat you really bad when
Right,
you get
right,
there.
yeah.
So
Or you have a fetal cyanide situation.
or you have a cedar science.
Yeah.
So it's one thing to have a right, but it's another thing to have justice, right? And with the spoken word, she went right to the heart of the matter. She was like,
Okay.
this body is your temple,
Yeah.
right? And we have to like
Protect it.
protect it
Yeah.
and treat it.
Y'all,
like
she
it's
must have been
sacred.
good because y'all don't see
Yeah,
Jan.
she
Y'all
out here
can't see Jan up, but Jan
moving
is
and
moving and
grooving.
moving. I could feel that this spoken word artist got
It did it to her.
Did it to her. And she's like, yeah, I'm loving it.
But
I'm
Jan, I
loving
want
it.
you to speak to the people that might not be in California, or even those in California that don't recognize why this fight is important. People think, oh, well, we in California, we fine. We ain't Florida. We ain't got these problems. But if you didn't, we wouldn't need an organization like this. So talk about some of the battles that you are fighting currently with Black Women for Wellness and the legislation that you're putting out.
Okay. So California does have this reputation of being the golden state.
so
It's so
wonderful.
wonderful and so fabulous, right?
Right.
But yet the first thing we heard this year in 2023 was about 2 Black women dying giving birth.
Mm-hmm.
If that wasn't enough, then we heard about 3 Black men being killed by the police.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? The police got a reward for that. They got a 10% increase in pay. Right?
Okay.
Not even holding it steady. It was
Okay.
like a 10% increase in pay. And then when we tried to hold the hospital accountable where one of the Black women died, they said, you know what, we're going to take our marbles and go home. We're going to close our maternal and infant health. Now, this is not the first hospital that closed in that community. So we're
This is
talking
Centinela Hospital.
Centinela Hospital,
You know, it's
Inglewood community.
yeah, no, and the reason why I'm saying that, we're a member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, and we're the Inglewood chapter. And our chapter meetings, we used to meet at Inglewood Hospital. And for years, we have done a baby shower for the hospital for the natal ward, and we've given baby stuff, to them, and to see that now that they're closing that ward, that that's, and now we don't need it anymore. So I think there's a lot to do to they're closing down. They probably said, well,
But this is the state of the healthcare in
Yeah.
California.
Yeah.
To say that Daniel Freeman closed.
Okay,
right?
right.
And then
Yeah.
Robert Kennedy,
Yeah.
that hospital.
Okay.
And so now Centinela said
Yeah.
we're going to close.
Wow.
Well, it's not like everybody in the community moved away and there's no
Right,
way
no, exactly. But do you think it's these bigger hospitals, these bigger corporations this taking
I
over?
think capitalism and
okay.
corporate America
Yeah.
is taking over, and I think that that's one of the reasons why we need a single payer health insurance.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Not only in California but across the country.
Mhm.
So that is, let's connect the dots
Yeah.
type of thing, right?
Yeah.
So absolutely, we need a healthcare system that is responsive to the people, that is not for profit.
Yeah.
Right now, our health industry in California and in the United States is driven by for profit. So we need to take the profit out of healthcare.
So now these mothers are expecting mothers now that are in that community and surrounding communities. Now they have to go travel further for to get the health care to do their deliveries because they're closing these hospitals, these wards in these hospitals that are in the community.
Mm-hmm.
That's why doulas are so important. Yeah.
Well, doulas, midwives, and OBGYNs who look like you and shared your lived experience. Right? So it's across the board. It's the whole frontline staff. Because I remember this with my daughter. She really liked her pediatrician,
Mm-hmm.
but her frontline staff,
Trash.
yeah,
Yeah.
trash.
Yeah.
So, and I was like, well, you need to tell her. Right? Type of thing. You need to tell her about that frontline
Yeah.
staff. You need to tell her about
Right.
the receptionist, the
Right.
person making the appointment and doing the
Yes.
follow-up
Yeah.
type of thing. So, yes, we need doulas. Absolutely, we need midwives, but we need the docs too.
Yeah.
And you know what? We need affirmative action so they won't be, indentured servants when they get through with school because
Yep.
they have hundreds of thousands of dollars in
Mhm.
debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then that goes back to we really need to take the for-profit out of healthcare.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm going to talk to you really quick about a news story that recently came out. So I don't know if you were watching it when the lady had the baby, and they actually ripped the baby's head off of. Yeah, they disconnected. They were so rough with her. They were so rough with the baby during birth.
I'm so glad I didn't see that story.
That
Oh
yeah,
my
I'm gonna send it to you.
God.
Every time we talk, you learn of a new news story,
A
right?
new
Yeah,
atrocity that's happening
it's
to
a
people.
it's an atrocity. A black woman and her husband, and they did not. They were just dishonest about the whole situation. So they wouldn't let her see the baby, and then when they let her see her child, they have propped the head up, even though it had dislodged.
The baby died?
Yes. There's been so many stories about women giving birth that ended horribly. What can we do as a nation, as an organization like Black Women for Wellness, to cut that down, to educate women about what should be happening in childbirth to ensure that things go as well as they can? Because I know they think Black women have a higher pain tolerance. So some of the things that they might take care of in other women, they don't for us.
Yeah.
Some of the things that they would do for other women, they just don't for us. How do we help educate people? Because people don't know what they don't know.
Okay. So
They don't know what they
wait a
don't
minute.
know.
First you traumatized. me.
Right.
Right. Me too. I was
You're
like, what?
Yeah, so I'm gonna show you the news
okay,
story. I'll pull it up.
traumatized me. No. Please don't pull it
Okay.
up. Pull it back. No.
They don't show you all the stuff.
That's okay.
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 Mm-mm.
So we ain't gonna get that
We'll
flavor.
show it. We'll show it.
We ain't
to
gonna
the
get that
viewers. We'll
flavor.
show it to y'all.
It'll be on the
Jan
next
leaves.
episode
Okay, yeah.
because it definitely needs to be talked about.
Um, so first of all, I think one of the challenges that we always talk about when Black Women Wellness started, we started with the Shinganzi program, which was a group of sister friends to mentor expectant moms until the baby was 1 year old. And so what we realized very soon was this is a systemic problem. Right? It's not about what this woman is doing or that woman is doing. It's what the system is doing. Right? So one of the things that we try to do with Black Women for Wellness is go upstream, right? To try to dismantle that embedded racism and that embedded misogyny and that embedded profit-making thing that is in the system, right? Because we can't make it about the individual in terms of what can the individual do. Now, as individuals, we all need to do something, right? But it is really incumbent upon the system to change, right? So that's what I said. When we started Black Women for Wellness, we would pull the sisters out one at a We get people to volunteer, be a sister friend, and those women who were volunteering and being sister friends, they were doing all the things. They were helping folks find housing in the middle of the night. They were helping people stay in school. They were finding childcare. They were helping people negotiate their jobs. Some people, when you announce you're pregnant at your job,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, they put you on that mommy track.
Yeah.
And sometimes that mommy track is leading you right
All
out
of the door.
right? So we were doing all the stuff. Then we realized, we got to go upstream.
Upstream.
We got to go upstream. We got to figure out how, because it's not enough of us to save everybody one at a time, especially when we shouldn't have to do it one at a time. Right? We got to go upstream. So that's when, yes, as an individual, I need to be educated. I need to know all my rights. I need to know all my pros and cons. I need to know all my options. I need to know what I can do, what the consequences of what those decisions are.
Yes.
But I need that system to be more responsive to me. Right? We had to say, listen to Black women, trust Black women. Right? When we talk about Serena, she had to save her own life. Right? And it wasn't because she was poor or uneducated or didn't know her body, right?
Because she was Black.
Because she was Black. It wasn't even because of her husband. Right? So
which only goes so far.
That's what I say. It's a system problem. It's been a system problem for quite a while.
I hear you. And the work that you guys are doing to help change the system is what your day-to-day looks like, yeah?
We do that policy work, but we also do the program. The program work keeps us real.
What's the hot topic of what's the hot issue that you guys are really working on pouring your resources into right now?
We are doing the policy. We have the Mama Bus Bill, which is allowing doulas. We have guaranteed income. I don't know if y'all realize how expensive it is to live in California right now.
With 4 kids, I got four.
Yeah, we know. We realize how expensive it is. So you guys are doing something on that.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
So what are you guys doing?
So talking about guaranteed income.
Okay.
So people have funding that can spend on their child care, that can spend on food. We do a food distribution program.
Oh wow.
Okay. Right. So I was like, one of the things
she was like, what don't we do? Actually.
No. One of the things I realized, I think, when the pandemic first started in March 2020, I was not in California. I came back to California and I saw some eggs for like $5. I said, what the hell? When did eggs get that big $5? Yeah. Okay, what can we do? Right? Because
that's a no.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And then you know what happened again?
Yes.
Just recently.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm like, we're looking at the cost of food and how the cost of food is going up. And absolutely, if you're pregnant or if you're in a baby, we need food.
Right.
Type of thing, and we need real food, not synthetic food, because then
you know how they're manufacturing chicken now. Okay.
Not only chicken.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
It's gross.
It really is. So that's what we do with our Kitchen Divas program.
Got it.
Right?
Oh, I love
food distribution, and then we do the cooking class, and that's allowing us to be international.
Oh, I love.
It's called Kitchen Divas.
Kitchen Divas.
Okay.
So with Kitchen Divas, we had a cooking class recently from South Africa.
Okay.
And we have some from Ethiopia on tap, and we have some from Ghana on tap.
So how often? When is the cooking Divas? Is that once a month or?
It's twice a month.
Twice a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Month.
Is that free or is that a free?
What
day of the week? Look. I'm gonna have to come to the Kitchen
like,
Divas.
where is it? In the location, please.
Yeah. Charity walk by here, so I'm gonna come back.
The Kitchen
Yes,
Divas.
have her come back.
Yeah.
But are they accepting like volunteers? Do they collaborate? Do they need volunteers to help put food boxes and baskets together?
Absolutely.
Things like that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so that's how people can partner and work with your organization.
I think I saw Charity go the other way. Charity.
Okay.
Come on over here.
And some of these amazing programs that you're talking about, are they also happening in San Joaquin County?
Charity.
Oh,
girl, you're doing the kitchen, the cooking divas, the
Mm-hmm.
Kitchen Divas.
The Kitchen Divas.
Okay, all right. We're gonna have to get some information about the Kitchen Divas.
Sure are. I'm in the line.
You in the lineup? Okay, well, look, y'all, we having Charity come back later to talk about the kitchen diva, so we can get in here, get in the kitchen.
And
so
her
for some
dress.
of us that don't get in the kitchen might get in the kitchen now. So yeah. So yeah.
Real quick before we move on, what are you hoping that all of your participants leave with today?
Okay, good thought. Good thoughts. So I hope that when folks are connected, that they are able to connect with other folks who are working in the field around maternal and infant health, that they are inspired to take some type of action, that they are informed so they know a little bit more about what rights and what justice is and how they need to strive for it or what to be expected in that regard. I hope they have real good tummies in terms of the food that they eat here. I hope that the culture that we're trying to imbue, from the spoken word, from the African attire, etc. I hope that they are affirmed, because I don't think we are affirmed enough as Black folks in our culture.
Yes.
So I hope that
Yes.
cultural affirmation of that.
Okay. Well, I absolutely love that. I think you guys are off to a great start. Everyone seems to be enjoying, soaking it up, connecting,
Good.
feeling more affirmed. That's hard, though. That piece, because we are in a society that tries to take that.
Not every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day they try to take it. Every day they erase something about us being Black, or give us that language that says it's not a good thing.
That it's not a good thing. But it's not only a good thing, it's an amazing thing.
It's amazing.
And being in an environment like this allows for you to bask in it, right?
To enjoy it.
Enjoy it, yeah.
Let it feel your soul and your belly. And your belly. Thank you for spending some time with us again. We will
in real life.
Yes. And we will stay connected because the work that they are doing is so important. It's important we are watched by mostly women. And we know that they need this information, not just for themselves, but for their daughters, for their mamas, for their cousins.
They need this. Yeah, they play cousins.
Rich
yeah,
auntie.
Yeah. Right, yes.
Yes. So there's a lot going on, and we will stay connected with you. Thank you for your time.
Because we have a campaign coming called Fierce
Oh,
Aunties.
yeah.
Okay.
That's you, girl. That's you.
Okay.
Fierce Aunties. That's her.
Okay. Hey. Just let me know when and where.
Now, is there somebody I'm supposed to invite here?
Cook. My cook in the kitchen. I need her. I need her. So we're gonna. Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Tell her to bring some food. So listen, while we wait for her, let's get into what you think, Gia, so far.
I think it's amazing. Before I got here, I didn't really know what was going to be happening here, but now that we're
Why
here,
she always act like she don't know? She
Y'all
don't know
me,
the guess. She don't know what's
so much
going
on.
on.
I be like, Tanya,
She was in the wrong side of the city.
I know. I put the wrong address in my MapQuest. The dog, in the car. And I was like, I drove up to the building.
She's the LA County sheriff for years.
But
And
you know
she
why?
keep getting on my head about I'm a native Angelina.
Yeah,
I'm a native. You should know how to get around. You should know how to get around.
It was the car GPS. I put the address in, and it sent me
yeah,
somewhere
she's
else.
not a techie.
And I was like, wait a minute. I was like, they can't be having nothing over here. I said, oh no.
Yeah, she was in the wrong hood.
I was in the wrong hood. I was a little further down the way on Alameda.
Well, we have another guest coming up. Come on, sit. Yes, Mama. Come on, bring it.
Come on.
Bring it.
Bring it, and bring all that hair too with you. Come on.
Nope. I don't know why these people be acting like they camera shy. They know what we doing today.
Yeah.
They know what we doing.
We live.
We live.
We live from the event.
Live.
What now?
Come on in.
Come on through.
I wasn't supposed to be
We live. So let the people know. Let them know who you are and how you are involved in Black Women for Wellness.
My name is Michelle Browder. I'm from Montgomery, Alabama, home of the folding chair.
Hey.
Y'all, she from look, mess around. I ain't gonna say the word, but
and find out today.
Today. That's where she from. So where you cheering?
I bring you greetings.
I love it.
Pride is everywhere in the room.
Isn't it?
Pride
Isn't
is
it?
everywhere. It's all over
Yes.
the place.
Tell them.
Yeah, look, y'all, she looking fabulous. You all see this
Like
hair?
them
You
glasses.
see that hair? You see this hair, y'all? Y'all look at this. Look at this hair. Look at this. What I'm talking about. Oh my God, I love it. I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
So how are you involved with Black Women for Wellness?
Well, actually, I had a conference this year,
Okay.
and they all came. Some of the staff, and I heard about the conference. I said I wanted to come and support them, and so I'm here.
Okay, so
y'all,
we didn't go to the conference.
we didn't go to
So tell
conference,
us
but
about your
she had a
conference.
conference in Alabama, y'all.
Mhm.
Tell us about your conference.
Uh-oh.
Thank you,
It was
thank you.
amazing.
So the conference in Alabama, it's called Anarcha Betsy Day. It's to honor 3 enslaved girls that were used as experiments.
Ooh.
Okay.
They were enslaved. They were girls,
Okay.
and so this year was our second one. We're gonna have a third one on next year, and we're talking women's health.
Yo, real quick. I don't want y'all to think, but she got this T-shirt on. I think the T-shirt is what her.
Mhm.
So let the people see the T-shirt, girl. Show them the T-shirt.
Mhm.
Okay.
I love
And
it.
our
And there go the
Lucy
3
Betsy.
girls.
The 3 girls.
The 3 girls
Mhm.
right there.
Okay.
All right.
And so I was gonna come. I wanted to come and support them because they came
Okay.
out and supported
Supporting
me.
you. That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
Supporting. See, this is supporting in action. You hear
Absolutely.
Tag and I talk about sisters supporting each other.
Mhm.
Right here, this is a sister right here that is showing y'all how to support. They came to her conference and she turned
came to
around
theirs.
and came to their conference. That's what support looks like when you support other people.
Absolutely.
So what kind of events did you have? What kind of talks? What did people leave with from your event?
Hopefully they left inspired
Okay.
and empowered. We got a lot of information about the history of gynecology,
Okay.
women's health and wellness, and where it derived from, the enslavement of black bodies, of black women. And so they left with historical knowledge,
Yes.
and then of course with tools on how we can create change and change narratives in healthcare.
I love that.
Yeah, so we had some amazing speakers. Nicole Hannah Jones was one of our
Hey.
speakers.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely, and many, many more. Charles Johnson from Port Curia from
Okay.
Moms
Okay.
was there. We had Deidre Cooper Owens,
You did
Dr.
that.
Jalisco Alfred. She's here.
How many years
Okay.
have you been doing this?
This was my second year.
Really?
Next year will be the third.
Third year.
Okay. Can we get that information?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, we'll come to Alabama.
Oh, you need
You
to.
know.
You know why? Because we're going to chart the course down to
Uh-huh.
Mobile.
Oh.
We're going
Okay.
to tap into that midwifery history
Okay.
Okay.
along with the OBGYN, Dr. Sharon Malone.
Oh wow.
Yes, absolutely. She's from Mobile.
This is big.
Okay.
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies, listen. Y'all want to road trip with us next year? Let's talk about it. Oh
My
my
morning
God.
coffee road trip.
Yes.
So anarchalucybetsy.org. It's already live on the conference page.
All right. We'll
Okay.
definitely check that out, and we'll make sure that you guys have that information too, in the captions of this episode. What have you gotten since you've been? How long have you been out here now? When did you get here? California.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Okay. What has your experience been like? Do you get out to California often?
I don't. I used to, but
Okay.
but it's been great. The weather, thank God, it's not as hot. But just learning from the women here and their passion
Mhm.
to want to change healthcare and wellness and offer resources.
Why is
I'm
that
on here.
work important to you? Like, when did you get involved in that kind of work, and what has driven you to continue to do the work and progress through it?
Yeah, it was the building of the monument, the Mothers of Gynecology.
Okay.
Okay.
When I learned of the history, I'm like,
Can
why?
you talk a little bit about the monument, because I think a lot of people, well, I know a lot of people probably don't know.
Mhm.
You know, that's the things, a lot of stuff that we don't.
Yeah, the monument is in Montgomery,
Okay.
Alabama.
Okay.
I partially built it in San Francisco, and then I finished it in Montgomery. But
Okay.
it's to honor the mothers of gynecology.
Yeah.
You know, we have iconography in my city, in Montgomery, of a man by the name of J. Marion Sims, father of, quote, modern gynecology. I'm like, well, where are the mothers?
Right.
Why are we not
Right. Why we not representing?
Father of.
Okay. Right.
modern gynecology?
Okay.
After he sterilized, experimented, raped, enslaved these girls,
Okay.
and it happened in Montgomery, why isn't there a statue to honor them?
Mhm.
So I said I was going to build one, and I did.
So I've seen it, and it's amazing.
Okay.
It's inspiring. It's just incredible. It definitely gives you pause for
Mhm.
what some of us still go through.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
having the opportunity to see it, it was, and being a mom of 4, okay,
Mhm.
but also knowing a lot of the stuff my mom didn't talk to me about, I had to learn on my own. Even my first cycle,
Yes, yes.
I was like, oh Lord,
Yeah.
I'm about to die. You don't know what you
How old
don't
were you?
know.
Yeah.
I was 11
Same here.
and afraid to talk to my mother about it.
Mhm.
But the stature and the work that you've done, it just gives us a moment to take pause. I don't think we do that enough.
Right.
Like
right.
sit in
Mhm.
things
Mhm.
because I think of fear of what it really means or
Right.
how you feel about it. So grief is one, right?
Absolutely.
Like we just try to work and be busy and
Mhm.
so that we don't actually have to feel it. But when you sit in it, but then you get to deal with it, learn from it, grow from it, and decide what you want to do with it.
Absolutely.
So the work that you've done, and I was, when I saw it, I was like, let me just sit in this for a minute.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I've had my own birthing issues.
Mhm. Mhm.
And so, let me sit in it. That was a moment that I was able to sit and reflect
Right.
and be grateful
Yes.
for what you learned
Yes.
and being able to get through it better. But not everybody else is.
Right.
Not everybody is.
Right.
So, what is your advice to people now that are still struggling with their womanhood
Mhm.
and not sure how to deal with that emotionally?
Mhm. That's a loaded question.
It is. We
Ask me
bold
again.
around
Ask
here.
me again. Ask me again.
What is your advice to women that still struggle with their womanhood, their motherhood,
Mhm.
and they don't know where to go, what to do, how to even start emotionally and physically dealing with that? What is your advice to women that are still don't know how to deal with or struggling with their motherhood and womanhood?
Now I'm going to say this because you asked me.
Yep.
But right now, it seems as though there is a move to erase motherhood, to change the narrative.
Say it again. Say it again,
to
and then
change
explain it.
maternal into something that it's not.
Like,
are you understanding what I'm saying?
You mean like calling me a birthing vessel?
See, you.
Okay.
We don't play. We don't play. If we gonna do it,
Right.
listen. If we gonna do it, we gonna do
I've
it.
had people DM me, "Or you're not being inclusive." Well, baby, we've had to fight
Well,
all our life.
I'll even say this: when I'm
Win.
dealing with my motherhood,
Mhm.
at the end of the day, I am dealing with it by myself.
Mhm.
I'm dealing with it solo. Whatever happens to me in my body, that is a solo fight. So if you're feeling excluded from my solo battle, that's
Come on.
not my issue.
Come on.
If you are feeling excluded from my feelings in dealing with my maternal issue, that's not my problem.
Yes.
I can't even include you in my issue if I wanted to.
Yes.
So I have to find ways to deal with my issue, my journey. And I've had 4 kids and none of them were the same.
Mhm.
And I miscarried twice. So don't try to make me feel guilty about anything that I'm dealing with.
Right. Right.
Because I'm not going to make you and try to feel
Lessen
guilty
it.
about anything you're dealing with.
Or change it.
Or
Yeah.
none of it. I'm not going to guilt you into whatever you're dealing with. I'm not going to, try to insert myself and need to be included in your battle.
Right.
Our battles are solo. So
Yeah.
finding ways to deal with that
Absolutely.
is what I'm asking you, and not this other cultural
Yes. Erasure. Okay.
God.
I just said it.
Eraser.
Erasure.
Yep.
That's what's happening.
Erasure.
So I would say to those that are dealing with, so I will preface it by saying that I am not a mother.
Mhm.
I am a mother of ideas,
Okay.
and I've birthed many
You
of
brought up many ideas and many things. Right.
absolutely, but
Yes.
I don't have that.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not a mother either. And I think sometimes we that are not mothers,
Mhm.
I think we feel as though we get discounted because we're not mothers in that sense. But
right.
I say
do
that,
feel like
I say that I am a mother because no, I might not have birthed a child from the womb,
Mhm.
but I've been a part of many children,
Yes.
in raising and being a part of them,
Mentorship.
their mentorship, their growth, and things like that.
Mhm.
And just because you haven't birthed a child doesn't mean you don't have motherly instincts and motherly
Absolutely.
qualities. But people try to say that they
Mhm.
try to put that stigma on us that well, you're not a mother, and it's like, well, I think when I think of mother, I don't think it's necessarily about you birthing a child. It's about your instincts, your nurturing, and things like that. Because you got some mothers that birth children that ain't
ain't motherly at all.
at all. See,
Yeah.
so but the people they they use that, they say that a lot, stuff. So I I get what you're saying. Yeah, you don't not a mother in the sense of you have biological children, but you are a mother because you have birth many, like you said, many things, many and many great things, and you're going to continue to birth things, and do great things and great work, in the community, and you're doing it now.
He wasn't playing.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing. He
But,
was like, I want to be on camera.
They're blind, and they just like, they want to be involved. They want to feel a part of something, So yeah, we experienced that bug at our traffic retreat, and so our little joke now is that person wants to be a member because it was just, it was just there.
If I ain't scared, we can fight. Like, I
That
don't.
bug came back and said,
Like, you want to fight?
Yeah, so,
Okay, but you're a dog mom too,
Yeah.
so you
But
can use that.
Well, yeah, and then of course,
I
if
am
people
too.
discount, I'm a dog mom, and
I am
so but I'm a mother because I got nieces, I got godkids, and I mother them, trust and believe. I probably mother them more than their mamas mother them. So hey,
And then they're scary.
So yeah,
thank you for that. Sometimes I do struggle with it.
yeah. I know, and that's something we struggle silently. We don't talk about it.
Right.
I think maybe we need to. I think women who are not, who have not birthed children, maybe should talk more about it because we don't. We kind of,
Shrink a little
yeah,
bit.
we shrink a little bit when we're in a room with mothers, stuff, and and then we get trust me, we get in our feelings, because you hear all these, mommypreneur, mommy this, mommy that, mocha mama, all kind of mama and stuff, and then you like, it's like, okay, well,
I don't wish these stretch marks on nobody.
no, and I know, no, but I'm saying, I'm speaking for women who don't, that are not speaking, so I know that they're feeling some type of way, but we human, stuff like
So
that.
then answer this, either one of you. You have not given birth, but you still fight for a woman's right in
Yes.
the birthing process.
Yes.
How and why?
Because it's your right, like you said, it's an individual thing, and I'm a woman. At the end of the day, I'm still a woman. I might not have had to, not been blessed to birth a child, but I'm still a woman, and I'm still going to fight for the rights, for any woman's right to do what she wants to do, and for her to have better health care, better birthing care, and all that kind of things like that, So,
And I think it's important you said that. I wanted you to say that because there are people that don't understand why we would still fight to have like a Planned Parenthood. No, I'm done giving birth. I'm not about to have an abortion, but I still think it's someone else's right to do that. I think it's not okay for you to want to take someone else's right to do that. So we fight for things that are important for our communities, not just for ourselves.
Right.
And I think that gets lost sometimes. Is you can fight for something that's not necessarily for you. That actually makes the fight more important because you're identifying it's not even about me. It's not even about me or my needs or my wants. This is about them. This is about the next generation. This is about the future. It might even be about the past. How are we correcting past mistakes by fighting for something greater in the future? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just my soapbox.
So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Please
my pleasure.
make sure that we get the information
How
for
can our
Alabama
how
because
can
we
our
come in the
view-
chair
how can our
swing. No, I'm
viewers
just kidding.
be of help to your organization in Alabama? Is anything that they could do to help your organization?
Sure. You can go online, anarchalucy.org, sign up for the conference and or make a donation. I actually bought the building, the site where J. Marion Sims experimented on these girls.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And so there's a future clinic
Oh,
involved.
wow.
Okay.
So if you want more information, log on.
You are
Yeah,
her.
you are her. I want more information because matter of fact, where can they get this cute T-shirt you got on? Is that available? Is that available somewhere? Yeah. Okay.
Go to the website.
All kind of goodies.
All kind of goodies. So y'all can help the organization out that way too.
Absolutely.
All
Yeah,
right.
tell a
So I'm
friend.
sure it's a fundraiser.
It is.
There it is. See.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. Oh my God. We'll be in Alabama, y'all.
Yes. Yes.
We'll be in
Yes.
Alabama. Thank
Yes,
you so
y'all-
much.
Y'all
doing
want to help me
some
push
great
this
things.
baby out?
All
Oh,
right.
thank
Thank you.
All right, absolutely. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
All right, guys. So listen, get your money together
Get your calendar out.
so we can get to Alabama.
Yes, gotta go.
But honestly, we'll put our information in the captions. But you got to check out the monument. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's absolutely amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and take a break. We'll be back
Yes.
in about 30. All right. So thank you for tuning in for Black Women for Wellness's Reproductive Justice Conference. We will see you in a bit.